It appears in this modern time of social media, when a person elects to be silent, people have no idea of what that means or how to respect the space and the silence. This will be the tale of the sword and the olive branch. Former WBC heavyweight champion of the world, Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, is on a mission, a blood mission, since dropping his title to Tyson Fury in their rematch fight that took place in 2019, February, Black History Month. The champ has had time to reconsider a multitude of things that circled around his life, his training, his career, and now has rededicated and refocused himself as the upcoming rubber match taking place July 24th crystallizes. The champ has seen the entire boxing world be disrespectful to his legacy, and him as a person, calling into question who he is. Do we all not remember back in 2015, 2016 when Ed Hearn, the promoter from Matchroom Boxing, questioned who is Deontay Wilder and why does he deserve a unification match with Anthony Joshua? He's just a guy from Alabama. Nobody knows who he is. Well, I think that everyone knows who the champ is now. Even as he has suffered a setback and a loss to that fight with Fury. Ever since Hearn uttered those words, his celebrity in the sport has shown an upward trajectory like no one else in the sport. Many people have talked about who's the face of boxing. There have been names bantied about, but undeniably we can see for the past 6, if not 7 years, Deontay Wilder has been that man. And throughout that time, his character and disposition has been of upstanding nature. We have seen the champ represent like no one else when he reigned as champion. 10 title defenses over 5 years. Very personable, looking to meet and greet fans and media alike. But seeing that was a part of who he was, people didn't appreciate the olive branch that the champ displayed, that he extended to the media, fans alike, even his detractors and pundits. But as soon as he dropped the fight with Fury, the real truth came about. Not only was this rematch that took place between he and Fury on the board as a questionable situation and a series of circumstances that allude to the fact that he may have definitely been jobbed out of his championship and his status in the sport. But that same olive branch that the champ had extended publicly, and to the character of Tyson, who, if it had not been for Deontay Wilder, would probably still be somewhere mired in drugs and alcohol and obese, or should I say obesity. After pulling him up out of the gutter and giving him an opportunity to come back in the sport, even splitting a purse in their first fight of 50-50, which he knowingly didn't deserve, Deontay Wilder has been totally disrespected. Not only because the first fight was controversial, after a 12th round dropping of Fury, he miraculously got up inside the count, which was kind of long, and went on to finish the fight and earn favor from the judges to get a draw, cheating the champion out of both a knockout, in which in virtually every fight he has fought professionally, he has knocked out his opponents. So the rematch was on the table, and once again, as he has shown ill character, Tyson Fury didn't go right into the immediate rematch. He signed a deal with Bob Arum, took a couple of fights under Arum's Top Rank co-promotion before coming back to face Wilder in their now memorable rematch. After everything has transpired, including injuries that were suffered in this second fight that are not in coinciding with the sport of boxing, the champ was given an opportunity in 2020 to heal and have time to reevaluate things after making some changes in his camp and exercising his right toward a rubber match. He now is in a position to show something that we had not seen from him before. When he finally did speak, he spoke of no longer being the man who was so accessible, Mr. Nice Guy. He has rededicated himself, and he said he's coming for blood. I don't blame him. That is the sword aspect of this video, because there is a time for peace and then there's a time for war. The champ has said he has prepared himself accordingly. And even when they had their press conference, the one and singly only press conference for this rubber match, media tried to act surprised when he elected not to speak. But there's no more time for talk. It's a time for silence. And it is time for the sword, as he has spoken. While you sleep, he's working. And he's working at becoming a two-time heavyweight champion, but also gaining revenge. This picture doesn't look good for Tyson Fury, because after it's all said and done, when the truth is revealed completely of what transpired in that rematch, people are going to see exactly what the champ meant when he spoke the words about coming for blood. I totally understand. I understand where this man came from to get to where he was and where he is. He's worked hard, he's provided for his family, and he's provided some inspiration for others who have been in circumstances not unlike his own, but also has represented as a true world champion and a champion of the people. So when he speaks the words of being a king, he's talking about walking in a prideful position of representing in leadership, spirit and mind. The sword and the olive branch. Another story to go along with what's happening here. Leave comments. We're going to see blood.